Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
All right, everyone, it's time for another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to be talking about how to build a premium quality backlinks. And I'm going to go ahead and go first on this one. First of all, what the heck are premium quality backlinks? So this is an SEO 101 lesson over here, but here's the thing with Google. If you want to rank well on Google, if you want to drive a lot of organic traffic, there's two key things. It's backlinks and it's content. So let's assume you have the content portion taken care of already. How the heck do you, as a newer company, acquire high quality backlinks? So backlinks, obviously, they are a vote of confidence from other websites, and you have different types of rankings. You know, if you're a site like Wikipedia, if you're a site like Amazon, if you're a site like Google, a lot of different websites from around the web are linking to those sites. So those have a very high domain authority. You can call it PageRank, but PageRank no longer really exists in the toolbar, so you can't see that anymore. But without going into too much detail, backlinks are a vote of confidence. If your site just started out and you link to my site, well, it's not really going to help that much because you haven't shown the internet or you haven't shown the search engines that these two sites, either of these, are too credible. But if you have sites, a bunch of sites linking from it, linking to the site, then you are basically going to have that credibility and you're able to rank higher for different types of keywords, and your content is going to have a better time ranking. So my first tip on acquiring high quality backlinks, my first thing is go talk to the people who you have relationships with already, who you've networked with already, right? Maybe you can write on their blogs. This is also known as guest blogging. You can write on their blogs, and then here's the thing: after you write on their blog, you're basically linking back to your own blog, and then you're going to have that link over there. And it's a quid pro quo kind of thing because you're exchanging with them. You're giving them some value. Every single blog out there needs more content, right? So you start small first, and then you're able to go bigger and bigger into larger publishers eventually. So that's my first tip. Neil?
One strategy that I love leveraging is infographics. What we used to do is go to tools like BuzzSumo, type in terms related to our industry, and find the most popular blog posts within that space. And BuzzSumo ranks them by popularity being social shares. We would then go and take that article, assuming it's informational and factual, and turn that data into an infographic. We would get designers from 99 Designs or Dribble, DRIBBBLE.com. We would pay the designers up to $1,000 to create an infographic, and then we would go and promote that on the social web. We would go see who shared that original article. You can just go to search.twitter.com, put in the URL of the original article, and we'd hit all of those people up, asking them to share our article. We'd also go to Ahrefs, AHREFS.com, and put in the URL of the original article. It shows us every single person who's linked to that website or that specific article, and then we'd email each one of those website owners saying, hey, I noticed you linked to this article. We turned it into an infographic. You should check it out. It makes the data so much more digestible, easy to understand, and I think your readers will love it. We got a ton of backlinks from it. I remember there was this guy named Dan Zarella. I think that's his name. He worked for HubSpot, or he used to. I don't know if he still does. And he used to do all these data-driven blog posts on like, when is the best time to share your stuff on Twitter or Facebook, or how to become popular on Instagram, and he would just use data, whatever his topics were, and we would create an infographic, and every time we did so, our infographics were more popular than his original article, and we were getting more backlinks. I remember he used to get upset, so much so that he would email us saying, stop doing this, even though we would link out to him, and I didn't care. I'm like, look, if we're linking out to you and making you more popular, it's not my fault that I know how to get content more popular on the web. But that strategy works so well, and it drove so many links that the whole site started increasing ranking. Because the way links work is, even if you only build links to a few pages, and for one of our blogs, infographics were the main pages that we're building links to, your whole entire site ranks higher.
All right, and here's one where I think we both use pretty extensively, and this is called the Skyscraper technique, and this is from our friend Brian Dean, also known as Backlinko. Make sure to check out his blog. And I'm just going to use Neil as an example right here, but first let's go through the Skyscraper definition. Basically, the idea is you're looking for content that you're trying to write for, that you want to rank highly for, and you use a tool like BuzzSumo. You type in that keyword and you see what the top results are, and BuzzSumo will show you who's sharing that content and also who's linking to that content as well. You can also use Ahrefs as well to also get a better idea of who's linking to what, and you can reach out to these people. You can use a tool like emailhunter.com and then create an outreach list. Perhaps you can use an automatic sales tool like Outreach and reach out to these people, and then put them through a campaign. And from there, you can build, the idea is when you're building a Skyscraper piece of content, you're looking for the top content, maybe the top 3, and you're looking to see what you can do to 10x that content, right? If there's a post that's about, 5 things to grow your organic traffic, well, maybe you can do a much bigger version, and also it can be a lot more in depth. You can have a lot more statistics in there. You can have a lot more imagery. There's a lot you can also layer in videos as well. You're just trying to figure out how to make it the best possible experience, even the canonical experience out there. And you can reach out to other people and say, hey, by the way, we've created something that we noticed that you linked to this resource. It's a great one, and we created something a bit more epic. We'd appreciate, would love to hear what you think about it. Maybe just nudge them a little bit, right? Shares are icing on the cake. Not saying necessarily, hey, you need to link to us directly. Just saying, hey, we noticed this, and we love your site, and then maybe they'll link to it, maybe they'll share it. But the idea is, if something is so good already, you've created something so good, better than everything else out there, it's gonna start to, people are gonna be willing to link out there because people wanna look good, they wanna share stuff, and they wanna look smart. And just to give you an example, if you look at Neil's guides, if you Google online marketing, if you look at his guide, which is either the top 1 or the 2 result, you're gonna see, hey, that's a guide to online marketing. It's super epic, and it beats everything else out there. It just beats the crap out of it, and there's nobody that can compare. So by default, it's gonna start to rank that highly.
Another thing to keep in mind is there are millions of web pages on the internet that disappear every week and month. So if these web pages are gone, what does that mean? That means the sites that were linking to these pages now have dead links. So what I like doing is, if you just Google broken link checker, there's a lot of tools that'll show you broken links around the web. Once you find articles that have a ton of broken links, you can then go to Ahrefs to see every single site that linked to this page that no longer exists. And then you can take that old page URL that is no longer live on the internet, go to archive.org, put in that URL, and it shows you what that page used to originally be. You can then create a better version of it, put it up on your site, and email each of the site owners that used to link to this old dead article saying, hey, I noticed you're linking to X, Y, and Z. Not sure if you knew that post, that web page, it's no longer available. That means you're sending users to an area that doesn't exist anymore. Luckily though, I've created that version on my own website. Here it is. And I also cover A, B, and C that original article didn't cover. Feel free to link to it if you want. I think it'll benefit your readers, and it's much better to link to something that works versus something that's broken.
And another one I really like is looking for resource pages out there. So it could be a resource page that says, it could be like a directory type of thing where it links to certain types of, let's just say, for example, let's use music festivals, right? Top music festivals in Los Angeles, right? Then you might have a music festival that's coming out and you're trying to get links from these resource pages. Well, you go out there and you look for resource pages like this and you reach out to them, tell them, hey, we have this new event coming out. Would you mind putting us on this resource page? So that's one idea right there. And one thing I want to build on, the guest posting I was talking about earlier, to find sites that are willing to accept guest posts. There are a couple ways to do it. You can also Google guest blog, guest blog template or guest blog outreach, or ways to find, guest blogging sites. There's a lot of different, resources out there already. But just put in quotes in Google when you're searching for something. Put in quotes, write for us, right? Or you can put there's write for us, and then there's, people that are, accepting guest posts. And you're looking for these types of pages where it's like you can just apply to guest posts for these websites. And another little hack here that I like, being in the Young Entrepreneurs Council, when you join groups like this, they often have access into other publishers out there. So this is for businesses that are a little more mature. But if you're able to get into groups like this, while you're able to leverage kind of the resources that they have, and you're able to get links from sites like Huffington Post, Entrepreneur Magazine, Mashable, a lot of different sites out there, because they're partnered with all these publishers. And keep in mind, always remember this. You might think you don't have a chance to get into sites like Fast Company, Forbes, Time Magazine, or whatever, but they are always looking for additional content out there.
Speaking of getting links from publishers, you should also check out a service called PR Serve, and that's a PR company by the guy named of Chris Barrett. And I've used him before. It's actually a really good deal. So as Eric mentioned, getting links from Forbes, Entrepreneur Inc., Mashable, TechCrunch, Huffington Post, etc., those are high quality premium links. So what PR Serve does, they're trying to revolutionize the PR industry. I hate PR because I usually pay PR agencies, they give me no results, and I lose all this money. But what Chris from PR Serve does is he says, hey, if I get you a placement on a TechCrunch, Mashable, CNN, Fox News, whatever it may be, pay me. If I don't, you don't pay me $1. So it's performance-based press. The beautiful part about this is when he gets you on sites like TechCrunch or BBC or whatever it may be, and you're giving him money only when he actually gets you the press, that's also a really good authority link. So if the press article doesn't do a ton for your business, the link should help with your search rankings at least.
And I'll give Chris another +1 as well. And this was an introduction from Neil, and I'll just tell you, we were paying a PR firm about 10 grand a month, and we weren't getting anything from them. Once we brought Chris in, he gave us a massive boost in terms of driving more customers for the business. And here's the thing, he got us a piece on TechCrunch, and that led to 5 other side pieces as well. That included Inc. magazine. So he got us 1 for 6. Okay, and we paid him a one-time cost. And, pay for performance is, people think it's questionable, but Chris really makes it happen. I don't think either of us have an affiliation to Chris, do we? I don't have an affiliation. So yeah, I think this is a good spot to wrap it up for this one. These are just a few ways to build high quality premium backlinks, and we really emphasize premium. Let us know what you think about this episode. Leave us a rating, review, and please subscribe. And we hope to see you in the next episode of Marketing School.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.